what is going on within the structure of the Republican Party right now?
Put enough monkeys in a room with a typewriter, they'll produce Shakespeare.
Let's see, a something by any other name.
Carnation, peony.
No, they did that on last week's Marlowe.
What about Daisy?
Chrysanthemum.
Iris?
Yeah.
Rose? What about Rose?
Did you say Rose?
Yeah, Rose.
Ooh, Rose is good.
Rose by any other name. Yeah, that works.
I like
All right.
that a lot.
Okay, all right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tulip?
Rose is fine.
You and I have followed political campaigns, presidential elections for years. The RNC canned a whole bunch of people in an election year and now is desperately trying to get state managers, regional managers back up and running. There is stupid. And then there is Trump stupid. And this whole thing with the RNC, I mean, just as a political machine, the Democrats right now are humming. They're setting up offices all over the place, and they basically don't have people in states that are running them because they canned everybody. Talk a little bit about that, because that's going to come back and bite the Republicans overall come November.
Well, I mean, I can talk about the effects of getting rid of these, offices. I can't talk about this as a political strategy because it isn't one. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not, or you have to rename me Cliff Schechter, fascist analyst. Because this is what happens in authoritarian countries. Sure, the strong man, usually a man, comes in, the Stalin, the Orban, the Putin, the whoever comes in. They can everybody who's around them who they don't believe they can fully trust, get rid of all institutional knowledge, because it's a cult of personality and everything is about the power and wealth and fame of the family, which is why his daughter worked for him when he was in the White House, and his son-in-law worked there and screwed everything up. And this is the same thing. Now the daughter-in-law doesn't know a damn thing, and frankly has a horrible voice, but that's another topic, and should stop stealing good Tom Petty songs.
Well, I won't back down.
But okay. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing. And she went on the news and said the priority, it goes to Donald Trump, and it goes to Donald Trump's defense. And
they are not hiding in any way what the takeover means.
If I am elected to this position, I can assure you there will not be any more $70,000 or whatever exorbitant amount of money it was spent on flowers. Every single penny will go to the number one and the only job of the RNC. That is electing Donald J. Trump as president of the United States.
The only job of the RNC, that is electing Donald J. Trump as president of the United States. There you have it, straight from the woman named Trump, who's about to co-chair the committee.
So all these, I don't know who these stupid donors are, who are going to, the bigger donors are going to give money so Trump can just pay off his bills. But in the end, that's the thing. They just raised $26 million last night in this one event for the DNC. The RNC has $33 million overall. Mm-hmm. Like that put the Democrats, I think, over somewhere towards $200 million. And they could do this. I mean, that was in New York. They could do another one in LA, another one in Chicago. I mean, with Obama, with Clinton, I mean, the star power they had there, all sorts of actors. And what's the Republicans going to do? They're going to get Scott Baio there, Kid
Ted
Rock.
Nugent? Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they should just have a big bag of meth sitting there. I don't know. That would be like one of their celebrities that likes them.
Gary Busey.
He's got a way of moving through the room and working the room without saying a word.
Another member of the Celebrity Apprentice family endorsing Donald Trump is Academy Award-nominated actor Gary Busey. Woo! Despite being fired by Donald Trump on the show, and again on the All-Star season of Celebrity Apprentice,
I'm the angel of silk. Let me take you inside.
Busey is still a Trump fan.
It's just, the whole thing is just a joke. It's not a political strategy. I'll go back where I began, which is it's a strategy of an authoritarian who needs to pay off his bills and wants to pocket the money. State parties are going to wither. State legislative races are going to be lost, which is great for us that they should win. They're not going to give money like they normally would to the House, the committee, to hold on to the House of Representatives or to the Senate one, which means these races, Colin Allred's tied with Ted Cruz in Texas, Debbie McCausland-Powell's up one, and Rick Scott in Florida. And I don't even really trust polls. I don't care. I just need to look at the results of elections like the one in Alabama that just happened and these others and know that that Rick Scott and Ted Cruz are honestly the most unlikable, despicable human beings that have ever walked this earth. I don't even believe they're from Earth. It's like they were born in like a cocoon on some foreign planet, and they were created like the aliens in the movie just to come down to Earth and create misery.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl going to the bathroom? I don't know. Because the P is silent.
because Ted Cruz won by 2.4% last time, and Rick Scott's won 3 elections. He's never won by more than 1.2%. One of them he won by like 0.01. So we got great. And guess what? I mean, Rick Scott will be fine because he's wealthy as hell. But if they need money in the Texas race, guess what? They're not getting it because Trump's using it for his legal bills. They need money to protect some of those seats, to hold on to the House. Guess what? They're not getting it. And so good. Like I one area where we had common ground, man, I was rooting for Lara Trump to win. Don't back down, girl. Don't back down. You keep going.
Well, and don't mention the governor's races too. That's where this money goes, and it's not there anymore because it's going to legal fees for Donald Trump.
And there's at least a half dozen of those coming up.